Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you real quickly how to create a quiz within Learndash. So let's go down to Learndash LMS, Quizzes. Let's hit Add New, just like this was a WordPress post. Okay, we'll call it Test Quiz. Okay, so you'll see your default box here, your regular WordPress style box. This will be like a preface that comes in before the quiz. You've got some main things here: certificate threshold, passing percentage. In this case I'm going to be showing you an assessment, so these don't really pertain. You can associate it with a course or a lesson or a topic, and associate it with a certificate as well. I'll get into those in a different video. But for now I just want to show you how to create an assessment. So you've got all these options here: hide quiz title, hide restart, quiz button. There are many things, and mostly they're self-explanatory, but I do want to go over a couple of them. This auto start is an interesting one. The default method for Learndash is when you hit the page where a quiz is going to be, that the user has to actually click the start button to start the quiz. But if you check this box, then they will just go directly into the quiz and begin when they land on the page. You can hide the question numbering, hide the question position overview. You can see a demo here. It shows you that question 1 of 1, or if you hide it, it won't show it. These two here on the results page, the default is it shows how much time it took them to take the quiz and their score, but if you activate these, it will hide those things on the results page. Quiz mode, I want to show you this one. The default here is to go one question at a time. They select an answer and then they hit next and go to the next question. In our assessment, we have activated this option where the questions are below each other, and this setup right here, all questions will come in on one page. But you can paginate it by selecting the number of questions. So if you put 5 in here and you have a 15 question quiz, then that would be 3 pages, and they would answer 5 questions and hit next, 5 questions next, and so on. If you have an odd number, let's say you have 17 questions, then it would end up with 4 pages, and that last page would have the last 2 questions on it. The custom fields here, if we want to gather information, contact information, or personal questions or whatever, we can activate this, and then we can select when do we want to get this information. The default here is on the start page, so before they begin, or we can put it at the end of the quiz just before they get their results. And it's very easy. What is your first name? That's a text field. I can require it. I can add a field. What's your email? So what's the best email address to reach you? Also a text field. Then I can add other types of fields, like let's say we wanted the age range. We can put that in, and then make that a radio, and then say 18 to 30, 31 to 45, 45 plus. And so that would then create a radio selection where they could pick what age group they're in based on this, and you do 1 entry per line. That easy. The results text, this comes in on the results page at the bottom. You can put any text you want. If you want to put a video or a picture or anything you want down there, just like a regular WordPress post. Okay, so Learndash also has a concept of templates, and I've created one for assessments that pre-selects many options. And so let's go ahead and click that to load it up. Okay, it says, are you sure? The page is asking you to confirm that you want to leave. So in other words, it hasn't actually saved the quiz just yet. So we'll stay on page and publish this quiz first. So if you're going to use a template, you want to go ahead and put your title in for the quiz, and then publish it, and then you can go back and load up your template. Alright, so now we can load our template. Took a little time there to get all the options pulled in. But as you can see here, you've got some checkboxes there that weren't there before. Got several options that I've selected just for our environment, what we want to do with our assessment. And you can see it pulled in all of the custom fields that I had saved as a part of this template as well, and the results text. And if you wanted to create a new template, you'd simply put in the name of the template and then save as template, and it would save that. Or if you wanted to change some options, then you could select an existing template and then save it, and it would overwrite that template. Alright, so that's it for the main options. Let's go to questions. This is where you're going to be creating the content for the actual quiz. So I'm going to add a question. And again, there are many options here, which I'll go over in just a second. But I want to load up a template. I've got a question template for assessments, so I'm going to load that. And we can see, in this case, it's an assessment, so there's not really right and wrong answers. So we're going to check this box for different points for each answer. Categories, this is body image, love life, etc. We'll need to create the other categories that we need, and then on our real assessment quiz, we'll need to associate the questions properly. These categories, based on the options I've selected, will show up on the results page. Okay, so here's the question. So you'll word the question. This one I added some content above it because it's actually a section, but a regular question you would just put in the question like so. You can put in messages for correct and incorrect answers, but since we're doing an assessment again, we're not using correct or incorrect answers. So we're going to do an answer type, single choice. Multiple choice isn't what you think. That's multiple choice gives them all the answers or checkboxes, and they can select multiple answers. But we only want them to select one answer in this case. So then the single choice options, again, we're disabling correct and incorrect because we're doing an assessment. And to rate people, we want to check the option for different points for each answer. Here are the answers. So you assign the point value here. So I've done a simple scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, so we put in the answer, the best answer, it's absolutely remarkable, I love it and wouldn't change a thing, that's worth 5, the next one 4, 3, 2, and so on. You can have as many answers as you want just by clicking this button for add new answer, and then just like the main options, you can create a new template or override an existing template. And when you're all done, you can hit save